Namaste, my name is Ruhe Zimmer, I'm International Meditation Master. Today I want to speak about why is art dying? God has been replaced by Google, Facebook and the mobile phone. Nazism grew out of proportion. Wars are fought just so the corrupt elite can make big money. And it was nearly all the time so. There is no space and no money for real art anymore. The problem with science and categorization. The idea that science wants to dominate every area of life is a joke. First of all, 90% of all science discoveries are either wrong or outdated within 5 years. Some say 95%, but it is just so. No? Now they want to categorize music to make it easier and more accessible, easier and cheaper to produce. And then you have to learn all the chords on the keyboard, and when I made Indian music, I didn't need any chords. But if you don't learn these chords, you can never learn a keyboard. They tell you, and you have to learn all of them. They want to make a system out of it. And if you ask African musicians, they say, for what is this nonsense good? And most of the cases, they are the greater or the better musician than the white people or the Western people. Because they play out of their emotions. Okay? And music is expressed emotions. Okay? Now they want to cut, the results are what we see, or rather hear today. Compare the music from 96 to 1990 and you can easily see how pop music has declined. Oh. In Rolling Stones, nobody had a musician training or something like this before, or long before, or a classic music training. The Beatles, yes, but not the Rolling Stones. Techno music is more like noise, much like punk. Then you have a drum computer and then they're singing fancy stuff and they don't need a melody anymore. And then they are crying and screaming and so on. And this is called music, okay. Creativity is missing in a big way and you see that everywhere. Even African, Latin and Asian music is lacking in creativity these days. It's all everywhere techno. Techno, you have your computer, and then they are screaming, this is music, finish. And the same is true for all the arts. Creativity needs play, not logic. C.O. said, when logic dies, wisdom is born. Carl Jung said, the creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. But the people need a system that is logic. And wisdom is beyond of it. And creativity, 100%. When you put a group of 4 or more creative people together and let them experiment, something totally new can happen. For spiritual people, this is easy to understand. You see, you experiment and one has an idea, the next has an idea, and then you combine all ideas, but it's even more. You make a brainstorm and something new can happen. Absolute new. And I've seen it again and again and again. I said, don't think. Tell me everything what you think in the whole group. Boom, it was there. The solution. A tale of 2 churches. I'm not a Christian, nor was I ever baptized in any religion. But go to an African church when a healer is conducting the worship. The Africans are dancing, singing while praising the Lord. Miracles always happen, even to me, an antichrist. Okay? Yes, I'm the antichrist. Okay, now go into a normal Western church. There are no miracles. The worship works better than any sleeping bell. What is the difference? No creativity, no spontaneity, boring morality, no emotions, no singing from the heart, and certainly no dancing. With other words, BS. When a group is engaged in spontaneity, emotion, creativity, and centered in the heart, miracles happen. You see, we have a new Pope, and he is fighting against the corruption within the church, and it's really because a Catholic church is totally corrupt. So he's thinking like a lawyer, and if you hear his worship of the Lord, oh my God. And speaking out of the heart, he cannot, because he is just like a lawyer all the time. He looks that he doesn't make one wrong word and so on, and putting everything on a scale. You cannot do such a thing. You have to speak spontaneity, out of emotions, and not out of your mind. And no computer can do that, what the Africans are doing. Emotions open the flow of ideas. Just, you need some ideas. Put people in a room, and everybody should tell his thoughts unfiltered, and then you combine them. This means ideas flow when we are in our emotions. When I write a book, I can write it anywhere, and I do. Noisy train station, icy mountains, so really there's no place where I cannot write a book, because I become an instrument of something greater. But science and society don't want that. They want logic, they want AI, and so art is dying. Then movie producer, musicians and artists want fast success and maximum profit with minimal resources. And this you hear with the Techno BS. That makes sense from a business perspective, but it is killing art. And now comes the next problem, the ego problem. Another reason art is dying is Nazism. Not just the historical kind, but the mindset. When you become the most important thing, the spirit can't give you ideas because your heart is closed. Be it God, call it God, or the Allah, or who else, or the Universium. You are closed because Nazism closed your heart. Until you become humble, a channel of the divine, creativity will have a hard time finding you. 100% true. Okay, drop your ego. Drop your selfishness. Drop your monetizing greed. If you say, I have to write the next song and want to make a platinum record and so on. Instead, to make music out of fun. Open your heart to the divine and you will receive unlimited creativity. And so is it. Thank you that I could speak about this, and bye.